Hanochi is up there as well. We're set to go. And Yochev Ochayon will be running point. He's going to kick it out to Ricky. He's going to kick out to Ricky Hickman. Ricky dribbling the drive. It looks like that you're on him. He's going to pass L'Oreal. Back out to Hickman. Here's Ricky dribbling. Gets a double team. This time it's L'Oreal. L'Oreal shoots and misses. Rebound Julian Wright. Julian Wright has the ball now. Gets out to Amit Ben David, who's running point guard. He's running on the right side. And it looks like Ricky Hickman's defending him. Back to Anochi. Back out to Amit Ben David. Ben David kicks it out to Willie Warren. Warren right now is going to Anochi. Anochi dribbles, goes into Adrian Uter. Uter hits the double team. Anochi's open, doesn't want to shoot. Dribbles by his man. He's going to pass to Julian Wright. Shoot, and make it Julian Wright.
Good pass there by Nisa Anochi to Julian Wright. Great dish and a shot that Julian Wright's going to hit every time.
All right, Ricky Hickman takes the ball on the right side. This time goes to Ochayon. Ochayon is going to kick out to Sean James. Sean James to Sylvan Landisberg. Back to Sean James. Shoot and make it Sean James.
Easy cut there by Sean James. Sean James, the most active player right now for Maccabi. I believe he is now in double digits.
Yeah, Sean James has 11 points, as I mentioned. He's the lone bright spot, really, for Maccabi Tel-Aviv right now. Amit Ben David dribbling now. Right at the top, he's going to head to Hanochi. Hanochi on the wing wants to go to Willie Warren. Side three-point range, gets a pick from Adrian Uter. Willie Warren hits it. Adrian Uter jumps, shoots, scores.
Again, another great play by Adrian Uter, who just seems to be involved everywhere. The Rishon fans are going nuts. 20-point game, and here's the call.
Ochayo kicks it out to L'Oreal to Sylvan Landisberg. Landisberg gets called for an offensive foul against Julian Wright.
Yeah, we're trying to. Yeah, Sylvan Landisberg gets called there. It's just getting too exciting.
Anochi inballs the ball right now to Amit Ben David, who's running point. Kicking out on the left side goes to Anochi. Back to Ben David. Ben David is being guarded by Sylvan Landisberg. Doesn't want the pick. Go to Hanochi. Hanochi on the left side. He's going to dribble it. Kick it out to Julian Wright. Wright wants to shoot it, but can't. Back to Anochi. Shoot and miss. Rebound Adrian Uter. Uter gets L'Oreal. Shoots. Misses again. Rebound. This time goes to Sean James. And it'll be run up by Ricky Hickman on the right side. Hickman has a wide open lane. Will shoot, score.
No defense there for Rishon. He could go all the way. You need to put your big body there. I think Aiden was too busy down low. Anyway, here's Amit Ben David bringing the ball up.
Amit Ben David being defended by Ochayon. Right at the top, getting hit out to Anochi. Anochi on the wing. They're doing this a lot, folks. Going to Willie Warren on the left side. Once again, pick and roll. Adrian Uter sets the pick. This time he is open. He'll get the ball. He's going to dribble against L'Oreal. Kick it out to Julian Wright. Wright is open. Shoot and blocked at the shot clock violation.
Not sure, Ari, why Julian Wright doesn't just pop up and take that shot. He's very comfortable shooting from the outside. He should have just popped up. Instead he drives and gets called for a shot clock violation.
Sylvan Landisberg inbounds the ball to Ochayon. Ochayon dribbling the ball in an up-tempo fashion. Gets out right side. He's going to Sean James. Back to him. And then it goes to Lior. Shoot, miss. Rebound, Lior. Shoot, miss. This time rebound, Adrian Uter. Maccabi Tel Aviv needs these shots to fall. They're down 47-29, 7-13 here in the third quarter. Can you believe it, folks? Amit Ben David dribbling the ball on the left side, this time being defended by Ricky Hickman. Here's Ben David, goes into Adrian Uter. Uter cross-court pass to Anochi. Anochi dribbling, was not open there, goes to Julian Wright. Julian Wright shoots a three and almost airballed it there. Rebound, Ricky Hickman. Ricky Hickman takes the ball in the center. He's going to try to kick it outside. They go to L'Oreal. This is Sean James. Shoots. And it's fouled.
Sean James with the and one there. Again, Sean James, very, very, very productive tonight. And one for Sean James. First foul there for Julian Wright. And as we mentioned earlier, Maccabi Haifa fouls are, so now they are 2 and 1. So we'll see if Rishon can remain 3-0. It'd be a huge thing for them to come into Nokia. It is possible. Last year, Jerusalem and Ashdod came into Nokia and beat Maccabi. Misses it.
Sean James missed that free throw, was not able to capitalize on the three-point play. 47-31, Rishon LeZion. Amit Ben David brings the ball up. This time he's going to kick out to Anochi, back out to Ben David. Ben David gets the pick from Adrian Uter. He's going to shoot, pop it, and miss. Rebound, Lior Eliyahu. Lior will take the ball himself. Not really a fast break there. Nobody home, so slows the ball down. Sylvan Landisberg gets it. And this time, this is shot, and it's made. What a shot by Yoga Ochayon.
Suddenly the momentum is going to Maccabi's way. The lead is down to 14.
Yep, this crowd is getting into it now. 14-point deficit. You can hear it, folks. Ochayon is playing defense against Amit Ben David. Ben David up to Julian Wright. Julian Wright with the shot. Yes to Ben David. Shoots, makes it.
Great pass there by Julian Wright, looking for the cutting Amit Ben David. That is just smart play. Great IQ by Amit.
Ochayon dribbles the ball left side, goes out to Sean James. Sean James to Ricky Hickman. Ricky Hickman wants to take the ball, shoots a three, and it is good!
These are the shots that we are used to seeing Maccabi hit, and now the game's starting to get interesting, a 13-point game. Let's see if Rishon can keep up.
Willie Warren brings the ball up, and they got through the double team. Amit Ben David is being defended by Yokev Ochayon. Pass to Julian Wright, shoot, baseline shot good.
And that's a shot that he was known for at his time in Kansas. Great baseline shot, nothing but net.
Ochayon brings the ball up, this time hits to Sean James. Sean James to Simon Landisberg. Landisberg this time to Ricky Hickman. Ricky Hickman draws a bit of a double, now he's just one-on-one. Now brings a double. Lior Elahu to Simon Landisberg for three! And missed, but he was fouled. Sylvan will be shooting three at the line. Sylvan Landisberg was able to draw the foul there, and Adrian Uter very upset. Coach Effie very upset. Wouldn't be shocked if he got a technical right here.
All right, or Solomon is with the foul, and right now Sylvan Landisberg will shoot 3 free throws. All right.
I believe so. It was on a 3-point shot. Let's see if they ruled it. Shalom.
3. Okay, so a little bit of background about Sylvan. Averaged 19, 20 points a game for Haifa in his 2 seasons there. Was a great player out of University of Virginia. Won the 2000, I believe, 9 or 2010 ACC Freshman or Rookie of the Year. His mother is Jewish, father is African American. Was from the Bronx. First free throw is good. From the Bronx, very New York guy. Brings it up in the past. Very funny guy. Has done a lot of great commercials, and of course, has been a guest on Lewis Live. A lot of rumors. There's second free throw missed. 1 second. A lot of rumors he was going to go to the NBA, but he's decided to move up to the highest team he really could play for in Europe. Here's the third free throw, and we'll see what happens. A lot of people are saying that next year could be a year he makes a run to the NBA.
You know, if you want to check out the interview on Lewis Live, you go to YouTube and type in Sylvan Landisberg. A lot of great hits, a lot of great interview when he was on with us when he played for Maccabi Haifa. Sylvan Landisberg comes out of the ball game. David Logan is in. So Logan, I imagine, will be playing at some point. Time will tell. This time Willie Warren hits Adrian Uter. Adrian Hanochi. Adrian Uter has the ball at the top as if he's playing point guard. Wants to take his man. No, he doesn't. Goes back in the post. Ball is almost stripped, but Rishon LeZion gets it back. Hanochi tells everyone to calm down. Wants to use the pick and roll. Nothing is happening right now for Rishon LeZion. Julian Wright throws the ball, and it's going to be out of bounds, but it'll stay here. 1 second left on the shot clock. So we'll see if Rishon's going to need an alley-oop dunk. We'll see what they get. Willie Warren will be inbounding the ball. Ricky Hickman will be defending. And it looks like Ben David's coming back in. Very short breather. Ben David is going to come in the ball game. Maybe play point. We'll have to see. We'll see who's coming out. Hanochi's coming out. Hanochi's had a pretty good ball game so far, folks, and he'll get a bit of a breather. So let's see what happens. 1 second left on the shot clock. 4:40 to go. Left of the third. Quick shot. Shoot. And it is good. But it hit the shot clock, I believe. Let's see what they rule here. I believe they're saying it's no good.
Where Effie, meanwhile, is going nuts, trying to get a call here. It hit, as Ari said, it hit the top of the shot clock.
All right, looks like no good. Ricky Hickman brings the ball up. Going to David Logan. David Logan on the right wing. Now go to the center. He's got Lior Elahu on the alley-oop dunk. Score! Sean James with a slam dunk. Great play from Lior Elahu to Sean James. Full court press from Maccabi Tel-Aviv. Adrian Uter has the ball. This time he's going to meet Ben David. Ben David to Adrian Uter. Uter is going to go up, and he's stripped, and ball off of him. Adrian Uter wants a foul.
Meanwhile, Adrian Uter is furious because he thinks he was fouled, and I agree with him. He definitely was hacked on that. That's why it hit off of him. Now, as you hear in the background, 11-point game. The Maccabi fans are going nuts here. You can hear in the background. We'll let you hear.
Ochayon has the ball here. Ochayon has the ball, and it's going to dribble to Lior Elahu. Lior, good fake move, shot, and miss. But rebound, Sean James. Sean James is fighting for the ball. He's going to pick it up, and it's taken by Ben David. Ben David's going to run it out there. Go out to Julian Wright. Julian Wright, Willie Warren. Or Solomon for three, and it's off. Rebound, Julian Wright scored. So easy for him.
Yeah, no one was blocking him out there. It was easy, too, for Julian Wright. Looks like right now someone's injured. Willie Warren's on the ground. They cannot afford that.
They cannot. Don't want to lose another guy. Leroy has the ball now at the top of the key. Going to go to Ricky Hickman. Hickman, give pass to Sean James. Slam dunk! Sean James, again, the best player so far from Maccabi Tel Aviv tonight. Really, their bright star has 13 points in the ball game. Here's Ben David being defended by Ricky Hickman. Looks like wants a pick and roll. He's going to roll out himself, shoot, and score. It's Ben David.
Great play there by the veterans, just having the confidence to go down low against a great shot blocker of Sean James. Now Chayon will bring the ball up.
Ochayon on the left side, dribbling the ball slowly, 55-42, Rishon LeZion, 2:56 to go in the third quarter. Let's see what they do here. This time, hold the phone. Ochayon says he was fouled. Very upset, but they're going to call an offensive foul. He can't believe the call.
Yeah, offensive foul there. We're going to see the replay again, and it looked like Willie Warren got set, and Ochayon just ran into him, and that is Ochayon. Yeah. His third foul on Ochayon, so Ochayon needs to be careful. Adrian Uter is back in the game for Julian Wright.
You know, David Blatt was so upset he was up on the court, could not believe that call. Both these coaches have fiery tempers. No technicals up to this point. 55-42, 2:52 to go in a very moving third quarter. Again, this game is brought to you by Israel Sports Radio and Israel Sports Network. If you're listening to us on Wonder Radio or tune in, check out our websites, israelsportsradio.com and isn.co.il. Those are me, Ben David, bring the ball on the left side, being defended by David Logan. Ben David trying to get by Logan. Logan playing good defense here. Ben David still trying to get by, loses the handle, picks the ball, not being there to Sean Aids, and they'll call backcourt violation.
The pressure there on Amit Ben David caught up to him. The double was working, and they could stop him, and they got a much-needed turnover. 13-point game here, 2:37 left in the third quarter.
So we'll see if Maccabi can capitalize. Down by 13, 2:37 left to go in the third. David Blatt still very upset on the offensive call on the other end. Starting to calm down a bit. And Julian Wright will now come back in the ball game after a very short breather. Willie Warren will come out for Rishon LeZion. Again, 55-42, 2:37 to go. Want to remind everyone to check out our store by clicking on the store tab in Israel Sports Radio. Great gifts such as T-shirts, books, yarmulkes, hats, and much, much more. That's the store tab in IsraelSportsRadio.com. Logan on the right side. He's going to kick it to Sean James. Sean James will stand on the left, and it looks like they got Ricky Hickman. Ricky Hickman dribbles, shoots the three, and it is no good. Just rimmed off. Rebound, Adrian Uter. Adrian Uter looking for the quick outlet. Hanochi takes the ball on the right side. Hanochi being defended by David Logan. Here's the double. And now Amit Ben David has it being defended by David Logan. This time it's Or Solomon. Or Solomon drills the ball, goes to the right side. He was stripped, wanted the foul, but don't get it. Adrian Uter shoots the jumper, and it is good.
Money, Adrian Uter with the shot. What can you say? This guy came to play. He's been hot the first 3 weeks of the season. They're up right now by 15.
Guy Panini kicks the ball to David Logan for three. Good.
Three there. We know David Logan can hit that all-time leading scorer in Division II. Not all-time, was the leading scorer in college basketball this year there out of Indianapolis.
Ben David being doubled on the press. Hits Hanochi. Hanochi almost loses the ball. Double again. Out to Adrian Uter. Uter gets Sean James. Uter. Oh, he was hit hard. They might call that a, let's see if they call an extra foul. Looks like no flagrant, just a regular foul. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And the fans here in Nokia claim that was a block. Not really sure why they think that. He was obviously jumped on. You can hear the Rishon fans all the way from the other side of the stadium. AJ told us there would be more than 100. Doesn't look like it, It looks like it's about 30. Anyway, I got this. Adrian Uter is going to shoot the ball now. He has 2 shots out of Hofstra. Misses the first one. Amazing story. Was in the second division and now was called up last year to play for Rishon and has just done a great, great job with Rishon LeZion. Here's his second shot. Let's see if he can make 1 out of 2, and the shot is good.
Funny scene, folks. Adrian Uter took his sweaty hands and wiped it on Amit Ben David's shorts. I rarely have seen that in a ball game. Simon Landisberg in, Lior Eliyahu out. 58-45, Maccabi Rishon LeZion, 1:29 to go. Again, not a misquote. 58-45. Cross-court pass to Ricky Hickman to Southern Landisberg. A little bit dangerous there. Landisberg this time is going to kick it out to David Logan. Logan dribbling the ball on the right side. And he's going to kick it out to Guy Panini. And this time, Southern Landisberg for 3. And it's just off. Rebound, Julian Wright. Julian Wright is going to kick this now to Anoki. Anoki slowing things down about a minute to go in the third quarter. Anoki being defended by Sylvan Landisberg. Takes it on the right side. Wants to go to Adrian Uter, nobody there. Meet them in David to Julian Wright. Or Solomon sets a back pick. Or Solomon gets the ball now. Shot, jumper, miss. Short shot. Guy Panini with the rebound. Sylvan Landisberg takes the ball on top. He's going to hit it to Ricky Hickman. Hickman's going to drive against Julian Wright to Sylvan Landisberg. Good.
And that was a good double team there on number 7, Ricky Hickman. But then there was a wide open player for the easy two.
Adrian Uter now taking the ball against Georgie. Shot. Miss, but he was fouled. That foul was on Georgie, who is from Georgia, played for the Georgia national team. Adrian Uter back to line, a sight we are used to seeing. Score 58-47, 26.2 seconds left in the very fast third quarter. Very few fouls. The fans of Maccabi Rishon LeZion have traveled to this ballgame, not that far, as Rishon LeZion is not that far from downtown Tel Aviv, but they are standing up throughout the whole game, waving their flags. First free throw from Adrian. It's good. 59-47. Again, this game being broadcast by Israel Sports Radio and Israel Sports Network. Check out our websites, Israel Sports Radio and isn.co.il. Thank you to all our fans listening to us on Wonder Radio and, of course, Tune In. Here is Adrian's second chance. And it's good. They get to 60, 60-47.
All right, the score now is 60-47. And right now, as we go into the fourth quarter, Maccabi's really going to make their push.
Sean Dawson in the ballgame for Adrian Uter, who gets a much-needed rest. Adrian Uter has 20 points, and we have not hit the fourth quarter. Again, what a great game so far from Adrian Uter. Maccabi Tel-Aviv slows down as they want to have the final shot. Ricky Hickman is being defended against Ben David. Going very slow, David Logan. Let's see what Logan wants to do. Gets a big from Georgie. Logan wants to take the ball against... Blocked by Julian Wright.
Great defensive player. That's been maybe the key to this game. Are great defensive plays by the two big guys down low, Julian Wright and Adrian Uter. That is, I think, 4th, 5th, 6th block that has really impacted the game. And, of course, Sean James on the other side has 3 blocks. And he has 17 points for Maccabi.
Daniel Aiden, it looks like, wants to come in. And, again, this is one of those quick plays where they might have to inbound the ball quickly and shoot a 3. That's why they want Daniel Aiden in. He's one of the best three-point shooters Rishon LeZion has to offer. And although I don't think they're going to get a chance to really get offensive play, I don't understand this move. But they want Adrian Uter here. Here's a shot from Ricky Hickman at the end. It's just off. That's the end of the third quarter. Our score, Maccabi Tel-Aviv 60, Rishon LeZion 47.
Yeah, and this is really going to come down to the pressure because our Maccabi Tel-Aviv is going to put on enormous pressure on Rishon, and it's really going to come down to whether Rishon can stay together, stay as a team, and keep this 13-point lead. Looking around the league, we have final scores, I believe, so we want to update everyone on them. Okay, we're going to refresh our page. And as I mentioned earlier, Haifa has lost, so now they're 2-1 to Hapoel Eilat, who now is 2-1. So we have Hapoel Eilat who's 2-1, Maccabi Haifa who is 2-1. And in the other games, we have Gilboa Galil and Cholon. Waiting for it to load. Wow, Cholon won ours, so Gilboa Galil is 0-3. Fans there must be very, very, very disappointed. And Hapoel Tel Aviv wins 78-70. So going into the next game, rivalry game against Rishon LeZion, which we will be broadcasting, they will be coming off a W. That's very important to note. And another thing that's important to note is that Hapoel Tel Aviv home stadium is the same home stadium as Rishon. So next week we're going to have a battle between two teams, also known in sports, European sports, as a derby. But looking forward now to this fourth quarter. Maccabi's obviously going to have all their best players on the floor, and Adrian Uter is going to have to score. I mean, as Ari and I said in the green room before the game, they can't win if he doesn't put up 25, and I still think that. I mean, they're very it's a 13-point game, but this team can shoot a lot of threes. They have 6 players capable of making threes with Ochayon and Roth and Landisberg and Cantor Medley and on and on and on. Ricky Hickman, David Logan, all these guys can make threes. It's going to be very interesting, Ari, to see if Rishon LeZion can play as a team, not get the pressure, because the pressure is going to be enormous. If this game comes down to a 5-point game, the fans are going to go nuts. It's true we're not a full arena, but I'd say 60% full. That's very big. That's probably around 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 people are at this game. By far the biggest attendance tonight in Israel. The fans want to win here always, and I can't wait for this fourth quarter. Ari, how about you?
It's going to be awesome. Of course, 10-minute quarters here in the Israeli Super League. So Maccabi Tel-Aviv has 10 minutes to chop away at this 13-point deficit. If I'm Maccabi Tel-Aviv, I go straight into Sean James on every play. I've said this over and over again.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Sean James not really the primary scorer here. I think this quarter is going to be David Logan and Ricky Hickman.
Sean James has had a great game. Even if he's not normally the primary scorer, he's the one with a hot hand. It worked well for them when they've gone to him. He's drawn the fouls or kicked out to the open man. He's the leading scorer for Maccabi Tel-Aviv. That's who I go to, but I'm not the coach. Here's start the fourth quarter. Ben David being defended by David Logan. Ben David on the right side now is going to go to Willie Warren. Willie Warren is dribbling, looking for his man. Let's see if they do a pick and roll. Willie Warren will try to take the ball itself against Georgie, and rebounded by Wright, and he was fouled. Looks like fouled by Sean James. So Julian Wright's going to take a trip to the free throw line. As we mentioned, Julian Wright, the 13th pick in the draft.
Julian Wright, 13th pick in the 2000, I believe, an 8 draft. It's a journeyman. 2009-7 draft. Was a journeyman in the NBA. Really couldn't seem to find a place. It could be that he's only here for a year. Makes the first free throw and tries to get back. They got him right before the season started. And former Kansas Jayhawk star. Here's the second free throw, and it's good. So now it's a 15-point game.
62-47, 9:43 left to go in the fourth quarter. Ochayon dribbles the ball. He's the point guard right now. And let's see what they do. He gets the ball back. They go to picked off. Fast break. It's Willie Warren time. Let's see what he does. Slam dunk, Willie Warren.
Willie Warren with the dunk that resembles his boy, Blake Griffin, out of the LA Clippers. They're teammates, of course.
Ricky Hickman dribbles the ball. He's going to pass it to David Logan. Logan on the right side being defended by Willie Warren. Goes against Willie Warren. Now Adrian Uter to defense him. Lior Eli was open, and he's going to kick this out to Ochayon for 3. Miss. And the ball goes out of bounds. Rishon LeZion's ball right here.
And Ochayon just trying to get a 3. We talked about this, Ari, that they're going to try and get their three-pointers going. If their three-pointers aren't going, we're going to have some problems.
Again, they got to hit the shots right here. Hanochi dribbling the ball, being defended by Ochayon. And Hanochi is slowing the ball down. Again, they don't have to rush, folks. They're up 64-47. Adrian Uter is being defended against Sean James. Shoots the jumper, and it is off. Rebound, David Logan. See what Maccabi Tel-Aviv can do on the other side. Logan dribbles the ball left. Sean James hits outside of Ricky Hickman. Hickman and Lior Eliyahu. Lior Eliyahu to Ochayon in the corner, 3-point range. Thought about shooting the 3, decides not to. Ochayon dribbles the ball. He's going to kick this out to Ricky Hickman. Hickman's dribbling the ball, and he's going to pass to Lior Eliyahu. Shoot! It's good!
Good play there by Lior Eliyahu, getting an easy 2, trying to get his team back in it. 15-point game now. We got some stats for you we'll bring up in the next commercial.
Ben David dribbling the ball, being defended by David Logan on the left side. Hanochi. Ochi now on the left wing. A little bit of pick and roll. They go to the post. Guessed it. Adrian Uter defended by Sean James. Hanochi for 3. And it is no good. Rebound. Lior Eliyahu hits it out to Ricky Hickman. Hickman on the left side. Back to Lior. Lior crosses his man. And let's see. Is it a travel and a foul?
No, it's a foul, but it was definitely a travel. And the Maccabi Rishon LeZion bench is going insane because that was an obvious travel.
Yeah, Coach Effie certainly wanted to travel there, signaling that with his hands, but was not able to get the call. So Ben David is out, or Solomon is in. So a little bit more 3-point presence. We'll see what happens. David Logan's going to in the ball right now to Guy Panini. Panini back to Logan. Logan dribbles, gets by his man. Guy Panini has it. Dribbles out to Sean James. Shoot. Miss. Rebound Sean James. Put it up, and he got it. And the foul.
Great bucket there by Sean James. Interesting. I mean, you look at it at the end of the game, Ari, Sean James could have 25-plus points, but the team's going to lose. If Sean James is the one scoring points for you, you're in trouble. You want your scorers to score for you. That's how it is every game. If you're the guy scoring but no one else is, that's problematic, and we're seeing that this game. Let's see if he can make the and one. Former college star, was an amazing shot blocker in college. That's what he was known for. Played for Bnei Shor, misses it, and here's the board by Rishon.
Julian Wright rebounds the ball. I got to disagree with you. I would keep going to Sean James because he's the only one scoring points for you. And again, every time you get in the post, something good happens. Was able to get the foul. Here's Willie Warren on the drive. Shoot. Miss. Rebound. Or Solomon back out to Willie Warren for three. Good.
That could be it, folks. I mean, I know there's 7 minutes left, but that's a statement three, 16 points. Rishon is here to play. Great shot by Willie. We didn't see this last week, but great shot there.
David Logan right now to Sean James. Sean James to Guy Panini. Guy Panini shot. Oh, it's picked off. This stole by Adrian Newton. Here comes the big man. And he thought he was fouled. He was not. And the ball is turned over. Ricky Hickman picks up the ball, dribbling into the center. Go to Guy Panini. And thought about the three, but foul.
Yeah, and Adrian, we love Adrian, but you can't do that as a big guy. You can't dribble the ball up the court. Your guards behind you, Ari, will catch up to you. So that was a turnover that could have been unnecessary. Maybe slow it down. You're gaining a turnover. We see it on the replay. The two guards caught up to him really quickly and just should have maybe held it.
Nick Handler-Medley in, Sean James out, and Ben David is back in the ball game for Rishon LeZion. Here's David Logan on the inbound to Lior Eliyahu. Lior, what's the go against this man? Shoot, good. Lior Eliyahu.
That's the floater that we're used to seeing him hit. 67-51. We're going to need a miracle here, folks, by Rishon. And there's foul on number 7, Ricky Hickman.
Yeah, crowd doesn't like it, but he did bump into Willie Warren. It's a good call in the backcourt. Maccabi Tel-Aviv tries to do a press there to cause a turnover. They almost got it, but it was not good enough. We have a timeout here.
All right, so we're going to go into a timeout. 14-point game right now. 49 seconds left in this timeout. Full minute timeout. 6:55, and we're going to look at some stats here. Adrian Uter has 20 points. Julian Wright with 17. All right, those are their two big men. That's a great combination in the Israeli league. Or Solomon with 8 points. Amit Ben David 6. On the other side, very scary numbers from Maccabi. Sylvan Landsberg 4 points. Malcolm Thomas, Ari 0 points. Nick Handler-Medley 5 points. Moran Rapp 0 points. Guy Panini with over 17 minutes of play, Ari 0 points. Lior Eliyahu, when we got the stat sheet, he only had 0 points. It was 0 for 7, Ari. Now I think he has 4 points. Overall, Maccabi shooting 38%. Well, this is the ball game, folks, while Rishon is shooting 58%. The interesting thing here, though, is Rishon LeZion is 1 for 9 from threes and still doing a great job, but only shooting 11%. Well, Maccabi Tel-Aviv is shooting 36% from threes. Overall field goals, though, Maccabi Tel-Aviv 38%, and this is it, 50%. I mean, that's it, Ari, in my opinion. What do you think of those numbers? In rebounds, Maccabi's out-rebounding them 31 to 26. So,
you know, when you think of Maccabi Tel-Aviv, the first two guys you generally think of is Guy Panini and Lior Eliyahu, and they have 0 points. So that tells you right there why Maccabi Tel-Aviv is losing 67 to 53. At this point in the game, both those gentlemen are usually in double figures, and Maccabi Tel-Aviv wouldn't have this double-digit deficit. Again, at 14 points, 6:55 to go. I really doubt they're coming back. You never know. That's why they play the game. It will take a lot. They're going to have to start making the three-pointers. And this crowd of Rishon LeZion fans has not stopped. They have not quit throughout the game, putting on the pressure. Now Maccabi Tel-Aviv fans try to get something going. Here's Willie Warren in the backcourt, and he's going to kick this out to Hanoki. Hanoki on the right wing. This time double team. What great pressure, causing almost a turnover. Fight for the ball, scramble. Back out to Adrian Uter. Uter pass to Hanoki, layup good.
great pass there by Adrian, who's able to use his IQ and his vision to pass it to a wide-open Hanoki for an easy 2.
Lior Eliyahu very upset his teammates on the defensive play. This time to Ricky Hickman. Ricky Hickman, Guy Panini. Guy Panini, David Logan. Logan on the right side. Let's see what they want to do. They go out to Guy Panini on the left wing. Nick Handler-Medley dribbling on the baseline. Uses, shoots. And what are they calling? Offensive foul. Nick Handler-Medley.
I don't like that play. I think he's using his body aggressively. I don't think that's a good play. When a team is down 16 points, you give him the benefit of the doubt. Third foul there on Nick. He looks very frustrated. 16-point game. You look around Maccabi, and the fans just look very scared. But, of course, they're not going to give up. On the other side, the Rishon fans are going nuts, and here's the passing.
Yeah, Nick Handler-Medley still getting the referees. The referee made a gesture with his elbow. Nick Handler-Medley still arguing the call, saying he just moved to go into his baseline formation. Referees aren't buying it. 69-53, 6:17 left to go in the fourth quarter. Again, we're on Israel Sports Radio and Israel Sports Network. Check out our websites, israelsportsradio.com and isn.co.il. Here we go, Willie Warren in the backcourt being defended by David Logan. A little bit of a press from Maccabi Tel Aviv. Willie Warren just gets through the timeline, and bad pass, that's a turnover.
That is a turnover about 20 feet up in there, probably just getting nervous with the big lead, and ball back to Maccabi.
Yep, Nick Hanley inbounds the ball to Ricky Hickman. Hickman goes to Guy Panini on the left wing. Guy Panini, David Logan in the center, being defended by Ben David. Here's Logan, goes to Guy Panini. They're going to the baseline. Nick Hanley takes the ball in the center, claiming he got fouled, but instead the ball. Whoa, this is actually Rishon LeZion's ball right here.
Yeah, again, I don't like the call there. It seems like Nick got hacked a few times. Not really sure what the refs were doing there. And in reaction to him causing 2 turnovers, he's out, and Sean James comes in, the big playmaker for Maccabi tonight.
Sean James in, Nick Handler-Medley out, Willie Warren out, Or Solomon in. And speaking of that, Or Solomon catches the ball, picks it up, and Lior Yao is going to be called for the foul. The crowd does not like that call at all.
Hey, when you bump into a guy when he's in the air, it's a foul. It's like that in almost every sport. You can't do that. Now Eliyahu has 4 fouls, so he needs to be careful. Nitzan's going to try and pass it in, and we got all of the starters right now in, and Adrian's going to bring it up.
Back out to Hanochi. Hanochi almost had the layup there. This time kicks out to Adrian Uter. Uter at the top of 3. Bumps his man. Doesn't get called. Hanochi for 3. Good.
Wow. This is an amazing shot there by Hanochi, and an even better pass by Adrian Uter.
No doubt about it. The big man can do a little of everything, folks. Here's Ricky Hickman on the left wing. Now goes out to the center, and he's going to go to Lior Yao, who drops the ball, picked up by Julian Wright. Julian Wright running back on the right side, has a fast break, goes behind his back, stops. And he's going to go to Ben David. He's going to slow things down here. 5:13 left to go in the fourth quarter. 72-53, Rishon LeZion. Ben David goes to, you guessed it, Adrian Uter. Jump shot good.
Timeout, Maccabi Tel Aviv. Wow, this game is now a 21-point game with 5 minutes left. A very impressive effort. Maccabi Tel Aviv, as you mentioned, Ari, fans are starting to leave. Maccabi only putting up, not only putting up 100 points last game, now only 53 with 5 minutes left. But at the end of the day, we talked about it. If your main players, if your main stars like Yogeva Chayon, Lior Eliyahu, David Logan, and Ricky Hickman are combined for less than 15 points together, you're going to lose. And Adrian Uter has proven that he is not scared. This is his league. 20 points plus, 22 points as for Adrian Uter. It's a great game. Julian Wright also a great game. And Maccabi Rishon came in here and showed, they're not scared. They're a team that's a lot of teams are going to have problems with. And it looks like they're going to go 3-0. Next week they're going to be playing their big rival, Hapoel Tel Aviv, another Tel Aviv team. Really, you think about what does Maccabi Tel Aviv do next? We'll look at that in the postgame, but a lot of people are saying these guys that they signed in the offseason were I don't want to say overrated, but didn't have that much experience in the big time. Maybe a guy like David Logan, who was a bench player in Panathinaikos, and Ricky Hickman was getting big exposure with his team, and we're showing that they're kind of struggling, where in the EuroLeague they played really, really well. Maccabi Tel Aviv is 3-0 right now in the EuroLeague against some of the best teams in Europe. So interesting. Meanwhile, Rishon fans are going nuts. Our post-game show, hopefully we're going to get to speak with AJ. We might not, with so much dramatic stuff going on here. Maccabi fans are still here, a lot of left. The referee's calling them back in. 21-point game. Here's our Lewis with the call.
Folks, we're rarely used to seeing a Maccabi Tel Aviv fan base be this quiet. As Raphael mentioned, a lot of them have left for the exits, leaving their seats. 74-53, 5 minutes here in the third quarter. Here's Ricky Hickman bringing the ball, going to the left side, being defended by Ben David. This time goes to Ochayon in the center, goes out to David Logan on the right wing. This time it's Guy Panini, Sean James, and that ball goes out of bounds. It's Rishon's ball.
It's simply just not Maccabi Tel Aviv's night.
Yep, they're not playing like we're used to seeing Maccabi Tel Aviv. Adrian Uter takes the ball at half court and is going to pass to Julian Wright. Wright wants to go right against Sean James. Shoot. Miss, but he was fouled.
Julian Wright, very, very aggressive. 15 points plus. Nitzan Anochi, team captain, is calling the huddle. Very impressive. And again, as we mentioned, Julian Wright, 2007 lottery pick. It's been on a few teams in the NBA, was on my Toronto Raptors. Couldn't find a place in the rotation, so he decided to come over to Israel. Here's the first free throw. Miss. I'm not sure how much it will affect the game with this much time left. But Ari, we've seen some crazy things in basketball, and this game is not over, not yet at least.
It's about over. If it's this like this, and I would say it's over at this point. 75-53, 22 points. Maccabi Tel-Aviv losing. Ochayon bringing the ball up, and David Logan has it on the left wing. David Logan being defended by Julian Wright. Let's see what Logan wants to do. Wants to go against his man. Kick out to Sean James. 4-3. It is no good.
And that is not his shot. He should not shoot that. He's a big guy down low, block shots. Why are you shooting a three, Sean?
Hanochi with the rebound going to Adrian Uter. They're going to slow things down and milk this clock. Ben David has the ball at the center, being defended by Ochayon, and he's being doubled. Kicks it out to the left wing. 4-3. No good. Rebound Adrian Uter. He saves it. Yes, he does. And they'll slow things down again. Hanochi, defensive play of the year at the top, being defended by David Logan. They call out the play. They're ready. Adrian Uter sets the pick. They'll try to go back to him, but he's being defended well by Sean James. And the ball stolen. Here's David Logan. David Logan's going to go by. This crowd is really quiet. Foul. And good, but this crowd is very quiet on that play.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit too late for David Logan. He hasn't been that aggressive the whole game. Meanwhile, Adrian Uter continues to hustle, Ari, just doing a phenomenal job and showing why he is one of the better players in the league this year. And meanwhile, Julian Wright has now reached the 20-point mark. So the two bigs down low combined for 42 points, when right now with 3 minutes and 45 seconds left, Maccabi only has 55. So that's, to me, the factor of the game.
Or Solomon goes out. Again, on the floor for Rishon LeZion, Ben David, Nitzan Hanochi, Julian Wright, Willie Warren, and of course Adrian Uden. David Logan at the line to shoot two. 75-55, Maccabi Rishon LeZion, not Maccabi Tel-Aviv. Maccabi Rishon LeZion. Logan at the line, 3:45 left to go in the fourth. First free throw is no good.
No one boxes out to even try and get the rebound, Ari.
Hard to believe that one there. Here's Willie Warren going to take the ball up against the press. This is time goes to Ben David. Ben David goes cross court, dribbling, being defended by David Logan. Ben David still dribbling. Now it goes out to Willie Warren. Warren being defended by David Logan. And here's the shot blocked. Scramble, loose ball, and shot clock violation.
Turnover there for Rishon. We see a Maccabi fan stand up, 20-point game with 3 minutes left. I'd say it's time for some Reggie Miller. What would you say, Ari?
It might be time, especially for Maccabi Rishon LeZion to rest their players. You have a big game next against a pullout. You're not going to need them this much time left, but looks like that's not the call right here. Here's Ochayon, dribbling on the left side, go against his man, layup, good.
And Matan Charish there saying that he palmed the ball. I agree. I think that should have been. There's another turnover.
David Logan gets the ball, get a dribble, and hits it out to Guy Panini. And Guy Panini inside to Ricky Hickman. Now to David Logan, loses the ball, and fast break on the way. Hanochi to Julian Wright, slam dunk.
Ball game, folks. There's a timeout, and that will probably do it. 22 points for Adrian Uter, 22 points for Julian Wright, and what a statement game for Rishon. The fans are going nuts. And in this timeout with 2 minutes and 48 seconds, we see a lot of Tel Aviv fans embark for the exits. And really, at the end of the day, as we'll repeat it again, Maccabi's big-time players, Ricky Hickman, all their best players just were not able to play well tonight. Ricky Hickman, Lior Eliyahu, Moran Roth, Guy Pnini, Yogev Achayon. These guys are the guys who last week put up big numbers in their rout against Ashkelon. Last week, all of them had over 10 points. So this isn't the type of play we're used to. I'll read last week's box score. All right, David Logan, 16 points. Sean James, 15. Devin Smith, 10. Ricky Hickman, 10. Guy Prini, 14. And Yogev Achayon, 12. Those numbers are completely non-existent. As I mentioned, yeah, Sean James maybe has, 18 points, but if no one else is going to score, if you have a guy like Sean James leading your team in scoring, you're in trouble. He's in there for defensive purposes. They signed all their players for offensive purposes. Nick Kaler-Medley had a lot of costly turnovers tonight. Sharmandini never got really involved. Malcolm Thomas also, I believe, never got involved. A disappointing effort from Maccabi Tel Aviv after a great win, Ari, in France on Thursday and playing in the EuroLeague, of course, this Thursday at home. The Rishon fans, meanwhile, are going nuts. And let's bring the call back with 2 minutes and 48 seconds, 20-point game with Ari Lewis.
Simon Landesberg in for Maccabi Tel-Aviv, along with Georgi, Nick Hanner-Medley. Ochayon will be playing point. Throws the ball on the left. And, of course, joined by Ricky Hickman. Here's Ochayon at the center. Being defended by Hanochi. Still dribbling the ball, trying to find his man. They're trying to run some play. Ochayon kicks out to Nick Hanner-Medley. 4-3. No good. Rebound, Ochayon. Shoots. Rebound. Miss. Georgi with the rebound. Shoot. And he's fouled by Adrian Uter.
Yeah, I mean, not sure, the effort again. The effort's too late. You see this all the time in sports where a team starts to hustle, but it's too late right now. A 20-point game, and no matter how much they hustle, they're probably not going to win this ball game. Meanwhile, Georgi signed over, has played all over Europe as a young guy, misses the free throw, probably just at a lack of confidence. Maccabi fans, their Ultra Club, Ultras 96, the Yellow Army, they're very, very sad. There's a second free throw. It's good.
77-56, Maccabi Rishon LeZion. 2:25 left to go. Here's Willie Warren bringing the ball against the press, almost trips there, and he's going to pass to Julian Wright. Wright fumbles the ball, and it's Maccabi Tel-Aviv ball.
And I don't understand why you fast break when you're up and trying to preserve a lead. I don't understand that.
Got to be milking the clock and ready through there. All right, here's Ochayon. He's going to be dribbling the ball a little bit up tempo. Georgi gets the ball now to Simon Landesberg, former Maccabi Haifa star. Here's Landesberg against Ben David, and he's going to kick it out to Nick Hanner-Medley on the baseline to Georgi. Goes in, and it was fouled by Adrian Uter.
Georgi now will go to a line, and as we mentioned, he's a member of the Georgian national team, and he's from Republic of Georgia, one of Europe's best young men. Was thought to be an NBA pick, but he didn't enter the draft at the right time, didn't up gain enough playing time, misses the first free throw. Played at Union Olympia, which is a EuroLeague team. Last year played in Cantu in Italy and in the EuroLeague, where Alec Tyus is this year. And he's played very well for Maccabi in the EuroLeague. And if he continues to improve his game, he could be possibly a guy who can maybe make the NBA later in his career as just a free agent.
Well, the saying goes, you can't teach height. Georgi certainly has that. Interesting, by the way, they show a shot of David Blatt just sitting down, hands on his head, really nothing else he can do. Here's Willie Warren on the right wing. And he's going to dribble, trying to cross over his man. Goes to the lane, and it was fouled. I think Ochayon's called for the foul. A little bit disappointed with the referees. Folks, I want to remind everyone that Louis Sly will be on this Wednesday at 7 p.m. local time. That is 1 p.m. out in the East Coast. And we have some great guests. Paul Hirschberger, IFL documentary filmmaker, comedian Lori Brownstone, and ISR East Coast correspondent Ari Bluestein. Free throw by Willie Warren is good. 78 now, 59. Adrian Uter looks to the fans of Maccabi Rishon LeZion and tells them to get up. They've been getting up throughout the whole game, pumping up the crowd. They're still very loud. And some of the Tel Aviv fans are loud. That Yellow Army you were talking about, Rafi. Second free throw by Willie Warren is good. Simon Landesberg involves the ball to Ochayon. Ochayon taking it on the left side. 1:45 left to go in the fourth quarter. It's a long night for Maccabi Tel Aviv. And Ochayon kicks out to Nick Hanner-Medley. He tries to go against Julian Wright. Misses. Rebound Hanochi, Defensive Player of the Year. Hanochi gives it to Willie Warren. They'll dribble ball slowly, try to milk this clock. Willie Warren just now crosses the time stripe. Warren dribbling the ball. They want a little bit of a pick and roll. Picked by Adrian Uter, and foul by Georgi at the top, right above the three-point line on Willie Warren. That fouls on Georgi.
Yeah, and Willie Warren is now coming in, as I mentioned, was a two-year player at Oklahoma. Second year, or maybe it was the first year, had pneumonia, struggled to make a name for himself. Played for the Clippers last year, very sparingly. He's going to the free throw line right now. 20-point game, 21-point game. The Rishon fans are pulling out their scarves, which is a very traditional thing to do in European sports, mostly soccer, but also in basketball. While the Maccabi Tel Aviv fans are trying to play their drums, try to keep the hope alive. It's not the end of the season. It's only the third game. Who would have thought, though, 81-59 and 1 minute and 15 seconds left.
Okay, drives the ball. This time left side. The ball was kicked by Adrian Uter, so stay here. It's interesting. They showed a shot of Coach Effie, of course, the head coach of Maccabi Rishon LeZion, and he looks angry. You would think he was losing 81-59, but Coach Effie, a very Effie Birabaugh, very passionate man, and right now, standing ovation from the bench for Willie Warren. Not just the bench, but the fans as well stand up for his great game he played tonight. All right, we're back here, live action. Ochayon dribbles the ball, wants a little bit of pick and roll with Georgie, and he's going to go to the lane. Cross-court pass, Nick Cantamelli, 4-3. It is no good. Rebound, Georgie. Georgie and Ricky Hickman. Hickman to Ochayon in the corner for 3. Good.
Finally, Ochayon hits a 3. A lot of Nick Cantamelli, though, struggled with his shot tonight. Maybe it could be a layover from the big game on Thursday in France. Not really sure what's going on there, but Rishon bench is going nuts, in the background.
Now standing ovation for Julian Ryder, cuts out of the ballgame. Willie Warren back in. Despite the fact Willie Warren's had a great game, they're going to have him play till the end. 81-62, Rishon LeZion's lead. Ta'anochi in the corner, or Solomon misses. Rebound, Adrian Uter. Uter out to Willie Warren, and they'll slow down here. Warren being defended by Sylvan Landisberg. 33 seconds left to go in the game. Kick it out to Or Solomon, 4-3. It is no good. Rebound, Nick Cantamelli. Ochayon brings it up now from the point in the center. And he's going to go back to Nick Candler-Medley. Nick Candler-Medley on the baseline. Shoot. Good. That drive is good by Nick Candler-Medley. And we have a little substitution. Adrian Uter comes out to a standing ovation from the bench and the fans. What a great game Adrian Uter has had early this season, the first 3 games, making this case for MVP. Of course, very early in the season, of course. Willie Warren's pass out to Anochi. Anochi to Ben David. Ben David dribbling the ball, just dribbling this ball out. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's the game. Willie Warren slams the ball in joy and ecstasy. And our final score, Maccabi Rishon LeZion 81, Maccabi Tel-Aviv 64.
Yeah, no, very, very great performance by Rishon LeZion. We're going to get some stats here. We're going to have the post game in about 30 seconds. Until then, we want to thank everyone for tuning in to tonight's game, brought to you by Israel Sports Radio and Israel Sports Network. Ari Lewis and Raphael Gellar with the call. We're trying to get the MVP. Adrian Uter was the MVP according to the fans. Ari, what do you think of that selection by the fans?
I agree with that 100%. I know Julian Wright also had a great game, over 20 points, but everything with this offense starts with Adrian Uter, not just going him on the post. Again, he takes his man on the top. I say this over and over and over. This big man can play like a point guard. He takes his man out the dribble. And I interviewed Adrian last week in the post game. Adrian says, he said to me actually, I just take what the defense gives to me. And that's what he does. He doesn't try to do too much. Just whatever openings are there, Adrian Uter will take advantage of it and will score.
Absolutely, and of course Julian Wright was very, very impressive tonight as well, being able to hit that mid-range jumper, that jumper that made him a lottery pick back in 2007, the number 13 pick, of course. And really, what is the most impressive about this Rishon LeZion team, Ari, is that it's very balanced. I mean, you look at these guys and they all have confidence in each other. Or Salmon is a very young guy. Sean Dawson can come in and provide minutes at any time. And these are guys that are under 20 years old going into a big environment, and they're just doing a very good job. And Rishon should be very proud of everything they've accomplished this year. As we mentioned earlier in the program, 3 of their really best players left for bigger teams, more money, Europe, South Korea. So just a very, very, very phenomenal performance. Again, the final score, 81-64 in Nokia. And we're very happy to have broadcast the game for you and provide you full coverage. We're trying to get A.J. Minnick, the second assistant of Rishon LeZion, with us. We're not sure if we're going to be able to get him. We're going to keep waiting, though, because we promised him that he was going to do it. In the meantime, looking across the league, while we wait to see what happens with Adrian, we're going to look at some of the scores and provide you with some of the stats from the games. Okay, so we're now here with the post game, Ari and Raphael Gellar, Ari Lewis that is, and we're going to look around the scores of the games tonight across the Israeli Basketball League, and then after that, we will try and get our post-game interview with someone from the Rishon squad, whether it's a coach or a player. Adrian Uter giving a high five to everyone. The fans there are going nuts. Anyway, tonight, Eilat played against Maccabi Haifa. Maccabi Haifa started the season red hot, 2-0. They went to the NBA, of course, and played in the against the Golden State Warriors and the Minnesota Timberwolves. A very close game against Golden State, not so much against the Minnesota Timberwolves. So interesting to see that they started the season off very well, led by Paul Stoll, who will be on our show this upcoming Wednesday at 9 p.m. local time, 3 p.m. EST. He is one of the better guards in this league, capable of scoring, and this team is just very talented, but unfortunately tonight they couldn't do it. And Ari, you'll remember a lot of these names. Interesting, these stats, I'm not sure if these stats are on. They don't look correct, but we're trying to get the overall stats of tonight's game. Okay, we got them right now. For Hapoel Eilat, Tony Younger last week, who tweaked that ankle, seemed to struggle playing 20 minutes, only putting 2 games. But Afik Nissim, the Israeli guard, scored 11 points. Austin Freeman is the former Georgetown standout with 16 points. And Scotty Hobson, Ari, a big game with 19 points. So that seems to be the key there. Scotty Hobson, Austin Freeman, and Afik Nissim playing very well. Meanwhile, for Maccabi Haifa, Ari, Paul Stoll only able to shoot 2 for 10 from the three-point range. He shot 10 three-pointers, only making 2 of them, and then 1 for 6 from the normal field goal. So overall shooting 3 for 16. So that's an ouch. 8 points for him. Meanwhile, other guys, Dante Smith, former NBA player, who we saw at the press conference, with 15 points, and James Thomas with 11 points, and Corey Carr with 3 points. So that's the game there. Meanwhile, across Israel, another very surprising result, Ari, Gilboa Galil falls. This is a very, very, very shocking 0-3 start to the season. We're not used to this. The Israeli fans are not used to this. We're waiting to see if we can get AJ. Is Ari see AJ? Okay, Ari's going to try and go get AJ. AJ's looking for us. Meanwhile, I'm joined here by Jesse, who's been doing a great job in the producing room for us. So Jesse, thank you very much. He's shaking his head and smiling. But in the other game, big game by Raheem Sanders, who puts up 25 points. So unfortunately, that is not enough for Hapoel Gilboa Galil as they fall. On the other side, big game by Jerome Dyson, who is on our show, scoring 27 points for Cholon. Frank Hassel putting up 22. Sean Daniel putting up 11. And former Tennessee star Tyler Smith putting up 14. So Hapoel Gilboa Galil right now is 0-3. Very, very disappointing for their fans after having a very good season last year. And one more team before we go on to AJ Mitnick. We want to just give you one more stat over here to continue Gilboa Galil. Mitchell Watt had 10 points. And, let's now move on to the next game, which is very significant for, of course, AJ, who's here right now, the second assistant and scout for Maccabi Rishon LeZion. Hapoel Tel Aviv coming off a very impressive win over Ashkelon. Yes, they did, 78-70. And we're just trying to look up the stats for this game. For Ashkelon, Lior Lipschitz, the Israeli, played for Netanya last year, had 9 points. Marcus Moore had 20 points, very big game for him. And Taj Gray had 14 points for Ashkelon. Unfortunately, it was not enough. And for Hapoel Tel Aviv, the Baal Timor, the young Israeli, had 5 points. Matan Nauer, the veteran, had 15 points. Jeff Allen, the American, had 19 points. And Curtis Kelly struggled 3 points, but that was enough. So around the league, just to update everyone and remind everyone, Rishon LeZion, massive victory tonight, 81-64 over Maccabi Tel Aviv in Nokia. Hapoel Tel Aviv winning in Beit Maccabi 78-70 over Elitzur Ashkelon. And very shockingly, Gilboa Galil fall to 0-3. And here's Ari Lewis to provide you with the post-game interview with AJ Mitnick.
We're now with Maccabi Rishon LeZion's second assistant coach and scout, AJ Mitnick. AJ, congratulations on the victory. You know, was a little bit, not to take away from your guys' victory, but it seemed like Maccabi Tel Aviv just not able to execute on the shots. Were you expecting them not to shoot such a low, or were you expecting them to shoot such a low percentage here?
Well, the key to the game was to try to take away the transition game and try to force the game to be more of a half-court, methodical game. and to try to take away the three-point shot in transition. And I think we did a very good job of that. I think a lot of the credit goes to our big guys who played just with a tremendous amount of energy from the opening tip. I mean, Julian was all over the floor from the start of the game, and I think that kind of threw them out of their offense a little bit, and they never really were able to get into a rhythm, and that was what we were hoping on.
You know, we're used to seeing Adrian Uter be the star because he was a star last week, but Julian Wright, another tremendous game, over 20 points. Talk about his effort tonight, both on the defensive and offensive ends.
And, you know, the thing that's great about Julian, one of the things we really liked before we brought him, is most of what his production comes out of is just from energy and effort. And it's not the kind of thing that teams can really prepare for, because you can't exactly prepare to outwork someone who's just going to come as hard as they can from the opening tip. So, you know, Julian today, it wasn't that he did anything special in the tactics. He just gave such a tremendous effort, and hats off to him. It was a huge win, and welcome to Israel, Julian.
Absolutely, the 13th overall pick in the 2007 NBA draft. Now, Coach, second assistant coach, I had you on Lewis Live on Wednesday. I asked you what would this mean if you guys got this victory today. You said, you know what, this is just another game, third game of the season. Looking back on it now, beating Maccabi Tel-Aviv 81-64 in Nokia, are your feelings the same?
100%. I mean, listen, we're very happy to get this win. Now we're 3-0. It's exactly the way we wanted to start the season. But now we already, in 2 days, we're going to start preparing for Raphael Tel-Aviv. And, you know, a win's a win. So, yeah, we're very happy, just like we'd be after any win. But we're not going to let this get to our head. We got work to do.
All right. 1 second, AJ. So 3-0 start. You're now the only 3-0 team as Maccabi Haifa falls. And, of course, Maccabi Tel-Aviv was 2-0. So very impressive feature that I want to talk about. On the Tanya, I believe, plays tomorrow. So, yeah. For now, you're the only 3-0 team. I want to talk about next week's game. A lot of people aren't familiar with the fact that Poel Tel Aviv also plays in Beit Maccabi, so it's kind of going to be a very heated rivalry game. Can you talk a little about, real quickly, about next week's game and what you're expecting out of your team after this huge victory in Nokia?
Well, next week it's going to be a derby, and, you know, Hapoel Tel Aviv, they're the type of team where they're much better than their talent level suggests. They're a team where they play with so much effort and so much energy. Every single game you've seen, they've been very tough from the start of the season. Coach Edelstein is one of the best coaches in the business. Having him back in first division, it's another excellent coach. And we're going to have a lot of headaches this week trying to find a way to keep up with them.
Absolutely. AJ Minnick, congrats on tonight. Thank you for joining us. Ari Lewis and I are getting ready to say goodbye. Again, the final score, 81-64. For Maccabi Rishon LeZion, pulling off a great game, and Adrian Uter, just the MVP of the night, was able to shoot, was able to get offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, get some blocks. It was a very important part of this team. Julian Wright as well, also scoring 20-plus points, and Willie Warren fitting in great for Lazarick Jones, who was out before the game with an injury. I believe it happened last night in practice, so you would think that would affect the team and the mental psyche of this team, but no, they come into Nokia, they get the big win. And now you got to wonder what's next for Maccabi Tel Aviv, all right?
Yeah, I mean, kind of going back to the drawing board, obviously Coach David Blatt will know what to say to get them up and going. They're not used to this type of loss, obviously, the embarrassment on their home floor, but they're going to have to recover and go out the season. Only the third game, so a lot of time left to go. Of course, our final here tonight, Maccabi Rishon LeZion 81, Maccabi Tel Aviv 64 here in Nokia.
Yeah, and just to follow up real quick on Maccabi Tel Aviv before we let you go, they need their guys, they need their main guys to contribute more. Tonight, it was the Sean James show, and that was not why he was brought into this team. He was one of the better defensive players in this league. He played in Bnei Shalom for 3 years, and he was brought here to be a defensive force down low. He was brought to get blocks, to get big rebounds, not to lead the team in scoring. And, you know, with Maccabi Tel Aviv playing exceptionally well in the EuroLeague 3-0, having a couple games where it was close, but really playing well in France, this past Thursday, you would expect more effort and more enthusiasm from the yellow and blue. It could be that maybe they had some sort of hangover from the game. They had to go to France. The game there was Thursday night. It's Sunday night. They probably flew back either that night or the next day. So maybe they did not get used to the flying. Maybe something happened, though. This team is very used to it. I'm not really sure what happened, but next game I think you need to look for Maccabi Tel Aviv to get their guards more involved. David Logan kind of looked confused the whole game. Ricky Hickman wasn't the same player that we were used to. And down low, Lior Liao did not do that much until the third or fourth quarter. Meanwhile, next week Maccabi Rishon LeZion will be playing Hapoel Tel Aviv, who got a big win in Ashkelon this week. Jeff Allen had a big game. Curtis Kelly played well. Matan Nao played well, the Israeli veteran, kind of a Meep and David style. So very, very excited to be calling that game next Monday at 7:30 in Beit Maccabi. As AJ Mitnick said, it is a derby, meaning it's a big rivalry, and the teams share the same stadium. So it's going to be half Maccabi Rishon, half Hapoel Tel Aviv. We're very excited to be here. The pregame will start at 7:15, and here's Ari Lewis to sign off.
Yeah, again, check out that game on Monday night here on Israel Sports Radio and Israel Sports Network. Thanks to our behind-the-scenes crew, Jesse Nolan and Moshe Kwiat and Aaron C. in his home studios, taking care of things as well. We appreciate everyone's hard effort, and also want to remind everyone to check out our store by clicking on the store tab on Israel Sports Radio. Great items such as hat, T-shirts, books, much, much more. We also sell kippot with sports teams on them. You can pick your favorite sports team. Pricing does include shipping. Again, our final score tonight, Maccabi Rishon LeZion 81, Maccabi Tel-Aviv 64. Stay tuned on Wednesday at 7 p.m. local time for Lewis Live with scheduled guest comedian Lori Brownstone, IFL documentary maker Paul Hirschberger, and ISR East Coast correspondent Ari Blue.
Yeah, Josh Kotzovitz from CBS Sports will join us. Paul Stull from Maccabi Haifa as well will be joining us. We're going to have a great, great lineup. Mark Serber will talk about this big Manchester United game where Chelsea only had 9 players. David Weissman will talk to us about all the other great scores. And, of course, Tamir Leinhart, former Hapoel Tel Aviv player, will be back to break down the UEFA League as Hapoel Tel Aviv and, not Hapoel Tel Aviv, Kiryat Shmona really struggles last week. We'll break that down with Tamir Leinhart. And a very big show starting at 7 p.m. Israel time, 1 p.m. EST till midnight. I'll be with you from 7 to 10, and Ari will lead the way from 10 until 12.
All right, so that's Lewis Live, 7 to 12. Actually, we'll have a bonus hour. We're going to 7 to 1. So that's Lewis Live on Wednesday. Check us out then. But that's it for tonight. God bless and good night.